This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. We are here at Tpc Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Rich Lerner, pleased as always to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action. Frank, what are the keys to success around the stadium course?
Staying dry is one thing, Rich. Water is everywhere. It's tempting, it's punishing. And also remember, ever since this golf course was established back in 1980, we've seen every type of player win this, from the straight to the long. But the only common denominator out of all the champions that have graced this great golf course is nerve and the ability to finish.
Tee shot here at the first.
You immediately see what Pga tries to do here, Rich. This hole looks like a straightaway par 4, but just that fairway shaping to the left and shaping to the right makes a very, very short par 4 difficult.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. One under early in the round. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Now the second shot to the par 5.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just a couple of feet. Solid par. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
Yeah, you really break this green up into 3 portions: front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. And he's made it onto the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. -1 in the early going. Frank, the bunker on the right, I wouldn't call that a pot bunker. That is some kind of a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather be in that bunker on the right than the hill on the left.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Now the game's number one player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This won't hurt him. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. You'd like that one again.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. For the par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
No, this is never going to go right. Just depends how far left.
Out of the rough and just a bit offline. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
7th hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Really rolling at this point. 3 birdies for the round. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the Tpc Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of chute that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. This is for his birdie. Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. It's taken it to another level.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Plus, with Rory, the chat in the locker room, when you hear someone say, I couldn't hit that shot he just hit today, that's when you know you're different.
How about the 2 eagles he made in the final 3 holes Saturday, round 3, on his way to winning the Open Championship in 2014?
That was phenomenal. 16 was virtually unreachable for most of the field. 2 phenomenal shots. And obviously he's in a tussle with Ricky Fowler. And then to top it off, that 5-iron he hit into 18 was just, it never left the flagstick. Yeah, he has that ability just to hit the gas pedal at the right time.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Pretty good shot, Frank, just inside of 20 feet.
19 feet is what we're hearing.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Did the job right there. Getting set now for the back 9 here at Tpc Sawgrass. Frank, what should we expect?
Well, there's a good run of holes. 10, obviously, very birdieable. 11th, the par 5. 12th, a short par 4. A good chance to get this round really going.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left, and it's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk. Look, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. He'll need to be strong with this. From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Has to be feeling good right now. Looks good with 2 straight birdies and 7 under on the card. Frank, so much focus on the back 9 here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of this green that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
And he's made it onto the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Well, it was bound to come to an end at some point. Drops just 1 shot after that terrific stretch of birdies. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. That was well judged, wasn't it? Back to the Tpc Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping it away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Those keep the round going, those par putts. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Safely aboard. This would give him an eagle. How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He is just so explosive. Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't that right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Did the job right there. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf, the 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here, that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this in this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Frank, you found dry land, that's the good news, but now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot. You just got to brave it.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Getting set now over the putt. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.